driving like a drunken celebrity in RalliSport Challenge 2? And is Ghost Recon Jungle Storm a train wreck? Place your bets. It's game time. Two people who passed the Dutchie from the left-hand side, Adam Setzler and Morgan Webb.
I know what you guys think, but Dutchie it's actually a Jamaican cooking pot.
Yes, it's a Jamaican cooking pot.
Hello and welcome to Next Play. On today's show, we have squad-based shooters.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Action RPG that plays like Diablo.
Oh, that's the 10th or 11th Diablo clone this year.
A World War II tank game.
5th or 6th, one of those.
Rally racing game.
Oh, I think we've already played 3 others this month.
Okay, but this is the best reviewed rally racing game ever on this show.
Oh, well, in that case, ignore my skepticism, embrace optimism, and let's throw in another game where you get points for driving into things and destroying them.
Like David Hasselhoff, especially if you don't buy his excuse that the car was driving itself.
Now, in fact, while we're at it, let's kick the show off with a new squad-based shooter for the PlayStation 2. Here's a review of Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. Gather around the console, PS2 fans. It's seance time. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon has reappeared, and it's up to us to find out whether this spook's got guts or just a lot of smoke and mirrors. Jungle Storm brings Clancy's spectral tough guys in to fight Cuban-backed narco-terrorists who are trying to topple Colombia's government. The first scary thing we notice about the game is the frighteningly bad graphics. Shiver with terror as you pass through the flat, 2D foliage. You'll command 2 teams in the field through a variety of mission types, including every soldier's dream burden, the simpering hostage escort mission. There's usually 4 objectives within a given mission, including one that shows you are God's little postman of decency. Peasants, we have freed you from the oppressive bonds of the narco-terrorists. Soon, your new leader, Walmart, will be here. Until then, you gather up some giggling greens. You mix us up some margaritas. Your team's fairly astute, and setting up strategic flanking moves and pincher tactics can be rewarding. And your face-painted hitmen will take out enemies on sight. In tight spots, however, your team can be slow to react, and as far as your opponents are concerned, AI can stand for artificial idiot, as this guy proves. What, you didn't see me? Of course, the most fun tactic to employ is the kill the guy from far away technique.
Kill confirmed.
That's one way to get someone's mind off drugs. Ooh, look, pre-Columbian art. Hey, NATO soldier hostage guy, it's not so cool to use the pre-Columbian art as a bathroom. You done? Okay, let's go. Jeez. A predictable arsenal accompanies your trooper on his crusades of freedom, including night vision, so popular with the in-crowd.
Yo.
Look, the peasants are in the church praying. You guys might want to try another god. This one's made you into poor people. Online play offers a nice variety of cooperative play, as well as deathmatch and a kind of cat-and-mouse mode.
I hear something.
Poor graphics make human hunting difficult as you try and distinguish between pulsing pixels and the bobbing heads of the bad guys. I know this house, don't I? Of course, it's a house where video game characters live. No food, no plugs, no consoles. Completing your tropical vacation, Jungle Storm comes bundled with 8 missions from the Island Thunder expansion pack. As you'd expect from Tom Clancy, the story moves along nicely, and we like the variety of online multiplayer modes. But there's really very little innovation here, folks. And come on, there's really no excuse for graphics like this. We give it a 2 out of 5. Look at these dudes. Wasted. Don't you guys know not to get high from your own supply?
Possibly the worst graphics I've ever seen on the PS2. That is saying a lot.
You know, it's supposed to look like Ghost Recon on the PC, not King's Quest from the 80s. Oh, and by the way, I was as disturbed by that night vision video as you were. I'm never leaving the intern's webcam on at night again.
Well, you know, even Paris Hilton looks like a startled lemur in infrared. A naughty lemur, but anyway, there's no excuse for this game looking so crappy. Bad Ubisoft. Bad. No Rayman.
Oh, and did we mention Jungle Storm is also coming out on the N-Gage? Oh yes, N-Gage fans, all both of you. Brace yourselves for some high-quality gaming right there. Now, let's turn to something slightly more exciting, a game called Sacred.
No, it's not a Bible game where you have to collect potato chips with the image of the Virgin Mary on them. It's a point-and-click action RPG for the PC.
Oh.
Here's a review of Sacred.
No
If there's one thing I've learned from years of playing video games, it's this. If you're an evil necromancer, go find some minions who could screw up your ghastly experiments. Take this poor sap. All he wants to do is summon a giant flesh-devouring demon. You know, to have around the house in case some Jehovah's Witnesses show up. It's all going swell until Slick here messes up the protection spell. And now... that's where you come in. Time to point and click your way to ensure the world is safe for inappropriate fantasy apostrophe usage. Yep. Sacred is yet another Diablo clone. Now, while I wouldn't say this is the one to rule them all, they have added enough spin to keep it fresh, or real, or the shizzle, or whatever you kids are saying these days.
Don't wait for the Grim Reaper! I'm going to mow you down!
Just don't say that. You can play as one of the regular fantasy menagerie. Big guy with strength, fey person with magic, pointy ears guy. There's one neat addition, the Vampiress. By day, she's a mild-mannered knight. But after the sun sets, she's a blood-sucking hellspawn. That's like my ex-girlfriends, except for the daytime part. The game has the main quest to save the world, but in addition, there's like hundreds of hapless dupes who need your assistance, and you can spend hours bothering yourself with the travails of their ineptitude. And all of this takes place on a huge map. We're talking Al Roker if the stables come out huge. And also like Al, there are no load screens. Plus you can ride horses. Horses are pretty. Nay. But there are some problems. For one thing, a number of side quests are either flaky or just plain broken. Quest locations won't show up on the map, or completed quests won't register as complete. There are other problems too. At one point, we couldn't get on our horse. There are also some areas where they forgot to type in the dialogue text for some of the characters. It just doesn't matter though. It's only essential. Even with the bugs, the game is still playable enough. It's nice and familiar, but it's just nowhere near as good as what it's based on. Like the WNBA. Please don't hurt me. 3 out of 5.
You know those WNBA girls could come after you and kick your ass, right?
That's why we're keeping it on the down low.
Oh.
On the upside, you can link combo moves in Sacred. More or less, you have 2 buttons you can pick, and you pick 3 moves you like and put them together. You hit that one button, then you go whang, bang, boom, and it's actually one of the neatest innovations in the entire game.
Now, the downside is that no matter which character you choose, the game pretty much plays the same.
Now, don't go away. Later, we have rally racing and much, much more.
How much more? Can you be more specific?
No.
Up next, Codename Panzers.
My God,
I never get tired of hearing that.
My God,
Brought to you by Butterfinger. Break out of the ordinary and into a Butterfinger.
Now with Butterfinger, you could win free music. Check your specially marked wrapper. You could instantly win up to 10 free downloads of your favorite songs, or even a week on tour with Simple Plan. Break out of the ordinary and get tuned in with Butterfinger from Nestle.
College is in our immediate future, only not the same one. Florida, Texas, Ivy League. All 3 of us in college at the same time. We need a way to keep in touch. That won't cost us a lot.
With Singular Family Talk, count on the largest talk for free coverage area in America. Plus, get rollover. And for a limited time, it's just $9.99 a line.
We call it our More Money for Books. Yeah, right. Books. Plan.
$9.99 a line. Another reason Singular fits you best.
The 260 horsepower supercharged Grand Prix Comp G. The new 275 horsepower GXP. And now, the 350 horsepower GTO. Pontiac, fuel for the soul.
Circuit City's the place for the hottest video games and DVDs, all at great low prices. And we're the first place to go for new releases every Tuesday, like Barbershop 2 Back in Business on special edition DVD, just $15.99. And Circuit City's got awesome deals on the coolest video games, too. Right now, get a free $10 gift card instantly when you pick up the Spider-Man 2 video game. For cool savings on the hottest games and movies, come on in to Circuit City.
Ever wondered what it's really like to be a soldier?
What do you got?
I have a sit rep from Alpha Company.
BT, ready to be verified! Verified!
Put yourself in the picture with this free video. You'll see over 200 great jobs in the Army and over 180 in the Army Reserve. You'll also see what skills you learned, how you can earn money for college, even what soldiers do in their free time. Call 1-800-984-ARMY now and get this free t-shirt and your free video. Put yourself in the picture and see what it's really like to become an Army of One.
There's only one award show for gamers, G4ia, where wondrous celebs, heavenly bands, and gaming's biggest awards come together in a paradise for players. Join us for the ultimate gamer celebration. Watch it only on G4 Tech TV. G4ia, sponsored by EB Games and Jeep.
Surrender your badge and your light gun. It's Adam Zetzler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play, the show where World War II never ends. It just keeps getting rehashed in an endless series of games.
Now, admittedly, we've seen several World War II real-time strategy games. There's Commandos, Desert Rats versus Africa Corps, and Silent Storm. Now, we have another one.
And it's surprisingly funny. Notice I said surprisingly and not intentionally. Here's a review of Codename Panzers. Oh boy, another World War II real-time strategy title. These days, a game company without one of these is like a Hollywood studio without a comic book movie. Or a comic book convention without a bunch of smelly geeks. Okay, that was a little brutal.
Medic, I'm here!
Actually, that was a little brutal.
My God, I'm hit!
At first glance, Codename Panzers stays within the expected parameters of similar games. Set in the European theater, you can lead Allied, Russian, or German forces through a series of interconnected missions.
They've got their sights on us!
You can tell who is who by the exaggerated accents.
We're under fire!
I've always loved the Scottish accent, but for some bizarre reason, it seems more satisfying to massacre unsuspecting troops while screaming in German. Sauerkraut, Sweetenburger! Arr! Achtung!
Wir sind schwer verwundet!
Each mission comprises a series of goals ranging from delivering intelligence to holding the line in a key town, or just blowing crap up. Nicely animated cutscenes punctuate the intermission goals without distracting too much from the gameplay. Is it just me, or are video game characters getting uglier?
What are your orders, Commander?
To accomplish mission goals, players have a limited but sufficient range of commands to work with.
Attack them!
Units can be ordered to move and attack directly, or given attitudes and guidelines under which to operate.
We need an order soon.
Okay, that's a little too much attitude. Rather than generic damage, weapons have more realistic uses. For example, who is going to win this battle of tanks versus some dudes in the grass? That's right, you guessed it. Tanks.
My God, I'm hit!
Of course, there are anti-tank units and mortar units available too. This game is sort of similar to rock, paper, and scissors. Rather than destroying structures, infantry units ordered to attack a building will enter and engage in a firefight with occupying forces. Upon entry, the roof fades to reveal the internal layout. At this early stage, with full campaigns and multiplayer modes still to come, the most impressive part of Codename Panzers is in the graphics and sound. Unit animation, especially the vehicles and heavy guns, is detailed and engaging. And will you take a look at these beautiful trees? Oh my God, no! Not the trees! Oh, you are a cruel man, Adolf! So far, the attention to detail is impressive, and the single-player sections of the game already feel polished and gripping. If the complete scenarios, multiplayer game, and story arcs are delivered as promised, Codename Panzers will come close to that admirable goal.
My God, I'm hit!
I do love the sound of a Scottish man screaming.
Oddly enough, Silent Storm, the other World War II strategy game we liked, was equally hilarious, if only because characters in it kept yelling things in a Scottish accent like, "May flowers ignore your grave."
Cutting. Basically, if you want to give your World War II real-time strategy game redeeming qualities, we recommend pretty trees and Scottish accents, since it seems like the gameplay is always going to be boring.
See, tanks in these games don't look like crushing waves of fascist oppression. They look tiny and cute, like maybe they're driven by adorable mice.
Mice chased by Nazis. Wait, wasn't there a comic book about this?
Yes, and I won a Pulitzer Prize.
Oh, the more you read, the more you know. Now, how about a commercial for Ditech or for condoms?
Sounds great!
Up next, Destruction Derby Arenas. And you thought your commute was rough.
On June 29th, take New York for a spin in Spider-Man 2: The Game.
This time, there's nowhere he can't go. In Spider-Man 2: The Game, you have the freedom to go wherever you want, whenever you want. Use amazing new abilities to hop from blacktop to rooftop and save the city one crime at a time. Spider-Man 2: The Game. Rated T for teen.
Learn all the hottest moves from the hit film You Got Served in the new dance instructional video, Take It to the Streets.
Check out this clip.
The battle is on. Are you ready to bring it? You Got Served, Take It to the Streets on the dance floor June 29th on DVD.
Crunches ever.
Introducing the Ab Lounge, scientifically designed to get you up off the floor, making old-fashioned crunches a thing of the past.
Sculpt your abdominals using the Ab Lounge jackknife, proven in university testing to be better for your body.
It's as easy as a crunch, but the Ab Lounge design makes every move really count, targeting your abs without wasted effort.
Compare the Ab Lounge to an old-fashioned crunch. The advanced Ab Lounge jackknife generates up to 75% more muscle activity in the upper and lower abdominals, and an amazing 268% more in the love handle obliques.
I have this one pair of jeans. After just 8 weeks, my fat jeans don't really fit anymore.
With its rolled steel frame, the Ab Lounge supports up to 275 pounds.
And it's so easy, almost anyone can use it.
Call now to try the Ab Lounge for 30 days for just $14.95. If you don't agree the Ab Lounge is the best way to a sexy stomach, return it within 30 days for a refund of your $14.95.
Call now and say goodbye to crunches forever.
Next on G4 Tech TV.
Welcome, nuts, dude.
I'm Laura Swisher.
I'm your TV pal, Martin Sargent. All right, tonight's show is so full of vim, it'll pop you in the nose if you look at it crosswise.
Unscrewed with Martin Sargent, coming up next, only on G4 Tech TV.
Two people who didn't get whacked on The Sopranos, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play, the show where hopes and dreams go to die.
And careers. Don't forget careers.
That's right.
Yes, so far in the show, we've seen fantasy, war, and a Tom Clancy game, because that man knows how to cash in.
Now we bring you something truly extraordinary.
A driving game.
Let me revise that. Now we bring you something truly ordinary.
Well, actually, you try and blow stuff up with your car. There are giant pillars that flip your vehicle upside down, and other drivers try and kill you.
Basically an ordinary commute in Los Angeles.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's our review of Destruction Derby Arenas.
X-Play, X-Play, X-Play. Ready for some car crunching, clutch burning, finger twitching insanity? So are we.
And that's just what you get with Destruction Derby Arenas and a little more. The Destruction Derby franchise was one of the first ever games for the original PlayStation. Like a bologna sandwich inside a 1978 Chevy Stepside in the summertime, it hasn't aged well. There are two distinctive gameplay types. You can try and take the checkered flag, or enter the rock'em sock'em world of demolition derbies.
I wouldn't bet against Seth in this race.
The racing isn't going to keep Gran Turismo fans up at night, but where arcade racing is concerned, it gets the job done. Too bad it's about as deep as Jessica Simpson.
Shortcuts, shortcuts, shortcuts. We don't need no stinking shortcuts.
The courses have a variety of pathways that can cut valuable seconds off your lap time. But more importantly, you can create your own shortcuts simply by blowing through the destructible objects scattered about. Crossing the finish line at the top of the standings is only half the battle. To unlock new drivers, cars, and courses, you'll also have to make sure you create as much havoc as possible. Causing accidents or other random acts of aggression will give you points that can be used to advance to the next circuit. There are plenty of power-ups littering each course that can give you the edge just when you need it. Some give you speed boosts, while others can be used for offensive maneuvers. There are even TNT switches that will cause parts of the track to crash down on other cars. At the end of each circuit, you'll enter the Destruction Bowl, a massive destruction derby where anything goes! In addition to knocking around the 20 cars in each match, the arena becomes an obstacle all on its own. Who cares about racing? Bring on the crashes, crashes, crashes! And this is one game that has plenty of those.
I wouldn't bet against Set in this race. It's mindless. It's shallow. It's the same.
Destruction Derby Arenas isn't that much different than the game that launched with the original PlayStation back in 1995. Makes that with some of the worst art we've ever seen, and Destruction Derby Arena skids to a 3 out of 5. Well, as we discovered, you can win the game without crashing into anything. But you do get more points by blowing things up.
Now, of course, the best feature of this game is the online play. You can go online, run over other people, and until Rockstar releases an online version of Grand Theft Auto, yeah, you can take out your road rage on others.
Now, don't go away. We have an excellent rally racing game coming up.
Yay!
We do.
Up next, best RalliSport game ever. Not like there are a lot of them or anything.
Assume your command with Full Spectrum Warrior, only on Xbox. Play it on Xbox Live.
Rated M for mature. The greatest commanders don't just lead their men to victory. They lead them home. Full Spectrum Warrior. Play it on Xbox Live.
They're hot, they're powerful, and they can tow over 6,000 pounds. Who do you love? Trailblazer and the 7-passenger Trailblazer EXT.
Oh, who do you love?
Trailblazer, an American revolution. Trailblazer is available with the safety and security of OnStar.
It's Ashley's 10th birthday.
Give me some. Oh, cool! New Juicy Fruit Stapleberry!
Everybody keep it together. All right, I think he wants it back. Stay.
Gotta have Twisted Sweet. Gotta have the Twisted Fruit combinations of New Juicy Fruit, Grape Melon, and Strappleberry.
No! It's my Juicy Fruit!
Next on G4 Tech TV.
Welcome, Nuts Dudes.
I'm Laura Swisher.
I'm your TV pal, Martin Sargent. All right, tonight's show is so full of vim, it'll pop you in the nose if you look at it crosswise.
Unscrewed with Martin Sargent, coming up next, only on G4 Tech TV.
Come spend some quality time with Redman and Method Man, yo.
Go to ebgames.com/vote or your local EB Games store to vote for the EB Gamers Choice Award and win a chance to go to G4ia, the award show for gamers with Method Man and Redman. Stars of the new show Method and Red, Wednesdays at 9:30 on Fox.
And we promise we won't smack you around too much. Yeah, well, maybe just a little bit.
For official rules, go to g4techtv.com/methandred. G4ia is presented by EB Games and Jeep.
Don't believe any urban legends you hear about Adam Setzler and Morgan West.
For example, I wasn't born in Canada.
And I'm not a horrible dresser on my home planet.
Nice socks. We have finally come to the moment some of you have been waiting for. Others of you have been thinking, why the hell should I care about a RalliSport game? Or what is a RalliSport game?
It's where you drive really fast in all kinds of weather on all kinds of terrain. In other words, the Nick Nolte method.
Now, of course, we already reviewed and liked Colin McRae Rally this year, but RalliSport Challenge is by far the most accessible RalliSport game we've gotten our hands on. And it strikes the perfect balance between sim and arcade-style racing.
Here's a review of RalliSport Challenge. Every now and then, we fire up a new game and find ourselves having all kinds of fun. RalliSport Challenge 2 is one of them. The game looks, sounds, and feels better than any other racer available. We think it's simply the best rally game and perhaps the champion racer on the market. I'm serious. Okay, I know we aren't always this positive, but this is a great game. In real life, rally racing is a niche market. It demands specific skills to navigate ever-changing surface conditions on dodgy roads. Fortunately, for gamers, RalliSport Challenge 2 synthesizes all scenery and physics in a way that allows us all to get a taste. Even using the game controller, drivers can feel when their cars slip out from underneath them. Sure, in real life at these speeds, we would hit the wall and fold up like an accordion. That is, of course, why we avoid real life every chance we get. 5 race varieties keep freshness locked. Hill climbs show the most scenery on treacherously winding mountain roads, while the parallel tracks of a crossover course make for fantastic head-to-head matchups. Ice racing shows us specific aspects of the mind-blowing physics engine. 105 events, more than 40 vehicles, and 90 courses add up to enough content to keep the most distracted drivers' eyes on the road. The depth of this game doesn't stop there. The interaction between machine and road has never been captured in more detail. From race to race, tuning the performance of your car is both incredibly important and very simple. Tweak steering response for better performance on ice, adjust suspension, and shift the power balance to get more groove on gravel. The only thing you can't change is what you have for breakfast, an option we expect to see in the next edition. In the face of overwhelming excellence, we almost never find demo-quality games that play as good as they look. Set a few friends in front of RalliSport Challenge 2 on the widescreen with the digital sound crashing, and they'll immediately be hooked. Hey, I'm wary about being positive. Nonetheless, I gotta give this one a 4 out of 5.
Now, this game looks great, and driving fans will probably want to pick it up, if only because the cars look beautiful even when they get damaged.
Yes, did we mention how refreshing it is to see a licensed car game that actually shows damage? I'm tired of driving into walls without sustaining a scratch. Gran Turismo, I'm thinking of you. I'm also thinking of a pony.
Oh. Well, on an unrelated note, we have viewer mail.
And today's viewer mail asks a serious, extremely specific question. It's from Chris in Massachusetts. He writes, if you were in a game store that only had 2 games left, and they were Doom 3 and Half-Life 2, and all you had was enough money to pay for one game, and you couldn't go to the bank to get money because someone would take them, and you didn't want to wait for a restock, which one would you get?
That is a very specific question. Okay. Now, if they both leave the shipping yard at the same time.
Okay, and the wind's blowing 50 miles per hour northeast.
Right, and one is a Mack truck, it's an 18-wheeler.
And there are 2 elves copulating on the roadside.
That would be distracting, that's true.
Right, that would bring us back down.
Right.
I think I see. Are you getting that?
Yeah. I think I need more calculations.
Hold on, one more, and we add that.
All right.
I got Halo 2.
Halo 2.
Halo 2. It's Halo 2. Now, if you have a different way of doing your kind of math, well, then go to our message boards. And you can find that at GeForceTechTV.com.
Yeah, so
/XPlay.
You can tell us if you want Doom 3, Half-Life 2, or Halo 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking Doom 3 or Halo 2. I really just want Ratchet and Clank, up your arsenal.
Yes, yes, that's all you want.
It's just familiar, it's soft.
But you're the platformer
anyway,
guy.
That's me. Go jump. We'll see you later.
Jump where? Good night.
Coming up tonight, Space Hospital.
Irritated? I tell you that I've come here to find out about you, and you're not mad or anything.
Well, I haven't told you anything either.